phonics class today, we are learning about the letter C, which has two sounds, the hard C and the soft C. Let's go! First, let's start with the hard C sound, which is k, k, C. We've learned this before. Here's an example. K, k, candy. Very good. Now we have some more examples. What is this? K, k, cookie. Very good. And then we have k, k, candle. And k, k, clock. Very good. So once again, hard C is k, k, C. Hard C can also be in the middle of the word, like in chocolate. K, k, chocolate. Very good. There's also k, k, popcorn. Good. And another one is k, k, broccoli. Very good. Now we learn the soft C, which is S, S, C. The soft C is usually before the E, L, or Y. For example, we have cereal. So here, the C is before the E, so it is S, S, cereal. S, S, C. Here are some more examples. We have S, S, circle, S, S, city, and S, S, cycle. Very good. The soft C sound is also in the middle of the words, like in police. S, S, police. Very good. Also, face. F, A, S, face. Good. The soft C sound is also in juice. J, U, S, juice. Very good. Now it's your turn. I will give you some words and you have to tell me if it is a hard C sound or a soft C sound in the beginning or the middle. Are you ready? The first word is carrot. Is it a hard C or a soft C? K, k, carrot. Good. Carrot is a hard C. In the beginning, k, k, C is a hard C. The next word is price. Is price hard C or soft C? In the beginning or the middle? What do you think? Good. Price is a soft C. S, S, price. In the middle. Next we have center. Center. Is center a hard C or a soft C? In the beginning or the middle? What do you think? Good. Center is soft C in the beginning. Finally, we have concert. Concert. Is concert hard C or soft C? What do you think? If you said hard C and soft C, then you are excellent because concert has k, k, C and s, s, C too. Nice. Now it's time to do some reading practice. I will give you some time to try to read these sentences. Are you ready? This is the first one. The cyclone came and danced by the city. Good. The cyclone came and danced by the city. How did you manage this one? This one was pretty tricky, but if you can do this one, then try level 2. I'll give you a moment for this one. The camel had corn juice with rice for recess. The camel had corn juice with rice for recess. Very good. That one was even trickier. If you can do this one, then try the final one, level 3. Ready? The police's face was cold and icy in space. Good. The police's face was cold and icy in space. How did you manage that one? That one was very tricky, But if you can do this one, you're amazing, and it's time for the review. Today we learned the hard C sound and the soft C sound. The hard C sound can be found in the beginning or the middle. For example, candy in the beginning and popcorn in the middle. Very good. The soft C sound can also be found in the beginning and the middle. For the beginning, we had circle, circle, and also in the middle, like in face, face. Nice. Now it's your turn to do some practice. Take some time to practice all the hard C and soft C sounds and see how many other words you can think of with these soft and hard C sounds. After this, I'll see you in the next class for some more learning fun. That's all for now. See you next time. Bye-bye. For Comic Book Tuesday today, we are reading Noodleheads Fortress of Doom, which is part 2 of the Noodleheads series written by Ted Arnold, Martha Hamilton, and Mitch Weiss. Are you ready? Let's go! I'm Mac, and I'm Mac. We're Noodleheads. Teacher said we should try to fill our empty heads with knowledge. Sounds painful. Where do we get knowledge? Good question. Let's ask in here. Library. So there's knowledge in books. Who knew? Look at mine. Fortress of Doom. Here's mine. Big books of jokes. Now we fill our heads with these books full of knowledge? No, I think we read them and the knowledge will fill our brains like magic. That's a relief. Hey, here's a joke. What is the tallest building in the world? I give up. The library. It has the most stories. I don't get it. Me neither. Knowledge is hard. Maybe your book is easier. Chapter 1. If we build it. My book is all about the Fortress of Doom. Hey, Mac, what's all this wood in our backyard? This stuff wasn't here when we left our house this morning. Whoa, I have the best idea ever. With this wood, we will build the Fortress of Doom. How? All the knowledge we need is in this book. Actually, it's here on the cover. We just build it until it looks like the picture. But we don't even know whose wood this is. It's in our backyard, so it's our wood. I'm going to read another joke. What kind of nail does a carpenter not want to hammer? Ouch! A fingernail. Get it? Yes, I get it. Okay, one more. Knock, knock. I said knock, knock. What? It's a knock, knock joke. So you say, who's there? But I can see it's you. I know, but you say, you're the one telling the joke. Right, okay, knock, knock. Just say it. Knock, knock. No, you say, knock, knock. Okay, who's there? It's me. No, you say, boo. I'm not Boo, I'm Mac. And I say, boo-hoo. Go ahead and cry because that is one sad joke. Jokes are hard. So quit joking around and let's build a fortress. Okay. Woo, look at this. Wham, 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 saw, saw, saw. Chapter 2, guarding the door. Hours later, yay, we're finished. Looks very amazing. Now what? Well, the way the book starts, they are guarding the door. Why? So no one can take the fortress from them. Good thinking. I'll get us a snack while you guard the door. I got it covered. Minutes later, I got a snack, Mac. Great. Huh? What are you doing over there? I followed a really cool butterfly. Come see. But you're supposed to be guarding the door to the fortress. I am guarding the door, but the fortress is way over there. And I'm guarding the door here. It's safely hidden behind the bushes. Oh, okay. As long as you were guarding it, now let's put it back and have a snack. All fixed. Now let's go inside and eat. Wow, nice. Let's get comfy. Yes. Oh, wait. You forgot to shut the door. No, you forgot to shut the door. No, it was you. You forgot. You forgot. No, you forgot. Shut the door. You shut the door. You shut it. 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 Wait, stop. I have an idea. The next one who opens their mouth has to shut the door, okay? Okay, starting now. Knock, knock. Anyone home? Hey, cool fortress. Ooh, he wants to play. This is Meatball. Oh, look, you went to the library too. I got a great book. It's all about old tall tales. Let's sit in here and read our books together. And then, Meatball, this is our fortress and you can't come in here. Hey, Mac, you opened your mouth first, so you shut the door. No, you opened your mouth first. No, you open your mouth first. Look at Meatball. He's getting bored. No, you opened your mouth first. While you two figure things out, I will have a nice little snack. Meatball! Chapter 3, Taking the Fortress. Out, 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 out. Slam. Wait, I dropped my book inside your fortress. Boop, here's your book. Ooh. Meatball has an idea. Hey guys, I bet I can beat you in a contest. I bet you can't. What kind of contest? Come on outside and find out. Okay, so what kind of contest? Well, what about a lying contest? Oh, we're really good at lying. What do we win? The Noodleheads think he's saying lying on the ground, but he's thinking more not telling the truth. No, not a lying down contest, a lying contest. You can tell the biggest whopper like these tall tales. If you win, I will go home and not bother you anymore. And if I win, I will go home and I will take your fortress with me. That's too easy. We're even better at tall tales. Listen up. After I was a baby, I grew so tall, my blanket didn't even cover my feet anymore. To make it longer, I cut off the top half of my blanket and sewed it to the bottom to cover my feet. And the best part was that I did it to my blanket too. Good tall tale, right? We win. Go home now, Meatball. Bye. That story was so boring, even my feet went to sleep. My turn. One time, I survived a bad storm. It rained so much, the creek began to rise. That creek rose so high, I could walk under it. The wind was bad too. I saw a hen lay an egg, and the wind blew that egg right back in her. I started to laugh at that poor chicken. Just then, a fish fell from the bottom of the creek right into my mouth. I swallowed it. It was swimming around in me. That's awful. Is it still there? Nope. My dad got his fishing rod, dropped a line down my throat, caught that fish and cooked it for dinner. Now that, my friend, is a real tall tale. But there's nothing tall about your tale. The hen isn't tall, the fish isn't tall, and you aren't tall. And besides, our story is true. You made yours up. You're just a big liar. You're the biggest liar. A tall tale is a lie. This was a lying contest and you just called me the biggest liar. I win. The fortress belongs to me. I'll be right back with my tools and wagon to take my fortress home. Oh no, the Noodleheads are sad. Oh, there you are. What have you two been doing all day? We've been building my garden shed. this wood was for my new garden shed. Actually, this isn't so bad. If I just move this board straight this, cut this board, paint this, ooh, that's better. Wow, nice garden shed. Thank you boys for helping me get started. Here I come to take my fortress home. Hey, where's my fortress? What are you talking about? My fortress was right here. Sounds like a tall tale. You cheated me. Wow, this time Meatball is the big loser. And it's all thanks to the Garden Shed of Doom. What do you think about this story? Do you like the Noodleheads? Let me know down below, and then I'll see you next week for some more comic book fun. That's all for now. See you next time. Bye bye. In today's social studies class, we are learning our second occupation of the month. Last week, we learned teachers, and today we are learning about firefighters with this book by Cecilia Minden. Let's go! Hello, my name is Elizabeth. Many people live and work in my neighborhood. Each of them helps the neighborhood in different ways. I thought of all the things I like to do. I like to play team sports with my friends. I like being a leader. I always lend a helping hand when people need help. How can I help my neighborhood when I grow up? I could be a firefighter. Firefighters bravely work together to help in emergencies. They are loyal to other members of their firehouse and to the neighborhood they serve. Best of all, firefighters save lives and property and help people stay safe. Now, let's learn about this neighborhood helper. The best way to learn is to ask questions. Words such as who, what, where, when, and why will help me learn about being a firefighter. Let's go! Who can become a firefighter? Boys and girls who are good team players may want to become firefighters. People who want to be firefighters need to know how to work together. They also need to know how to take charge and be a leader during emergency. Now, how can I explore this job? Many firehouses give tours to school children. Ask your teacher to see if he can arrange one. Ask the firefighters how they trained and what they like best about their work. Firefighters are very important neighborhood helpers. They keep homes and businesses safe. Firefighters also visit schools and community centers to teach their neighbors about preventing fires. Now, let's meet a firefighter. This is John Katalka. He is a firefighter in Chicago, Illinois. John loves being a firefighter. He says it is the best job in the world. John doesn't have any brothers or sisters, so he thinks of the people in the firehouse as his family. A firehouse is also called a fire station. How many firefighters are there? About 282,000 people work as firefighters. Where can I learn to be a firefighter? Men and women who are 21 years old and have graduated from high school can apply to become firefighters, and then local fire departments will offer a test for anyone qualified who wishes to become a firefighter. People who pass the test can then take classes at the Fire Academy. Firefighters train there for 3 to 6 months, depending on the rules of their city or town. John also studied at a fire academy and learned different ways to fight fires and rescue people. He also received medical training so he could help people in all kinds of emergencies. How much school will I need? Firefighters learn their work at fire academies run by cities and towns. They learn in classrooms. They are also given physical training. Firefighters are always training to learn new techniques that may help them save lives. What does a firefighter need to do the job? John learned how to use special equipment when he trained at the fire academy. Some firefighters work with engine companies. A fire engine carries hoses. These hoses are different sizes. The large hoses are hooked up to fire hydrants, which supply water. Firefighters use smaller hoses to spray water on a fire. And then there are also firefighters who work with truck companies that are in charge of searching for people trapped in a fire and rescuing them. Now, what are some tools I will use? You will need an axe, a fire engine, a fire truck, hoses, and oxygen tanks too. They are also responsible for the ventilation of a fire. Firefighters have to get the bad air out and bring the good air in. They often go to the top of a burning building and saw a hole in the roof so the hot air and smoke can escape. Firefighters are trained to work with both engine and truck companies. What clothes do firefighters wear? They wear helmets, special safety jackets, pants, gloves, and boots. Now, where does a firefighter work? John looks at his fire station as a home away from home. Many firefighters agree too. This is why they call their fire station a firehouse. The firehouse is very similar to a regular home. There is a bunk room for sleeping, a TV room for relaxing, and a kitchen. All the firefighters take turns cooking for each other. There are some very good cooks at John's firehouse. John gets to work at about 6:30 a.m. First, he checks out his gear to make sure everything will be ready to go if there is a fire. Next, there is a roll call. This is when the attendance is taken and John's captain tells everyone what is planned for the day. Each firefighter has certain chores. They are all responsible for keeping the firehouse clean and neat. Firefighters will also spend the day practicing different skills so they are ready for the next emergency. The fire bell can ring any moment. John and the other firefighters then stop what they are doing and go to the rescue. Now, how much money will I make as a firefighter? This is in America. Most firefighters make between $26,000 and $48,000 a year. Who works with firefighters? John shares his firehouse with 11 other people. The captain is in charge of the firehouse. Another officer is the lieutenant. 5 firefighters work in the engine and another 5 work on the truck. 2 travel with an ambulance. It is important for all the firefighters to support and protect each other. Firefighters also work with the police and medical teams when there is an emergency. Everyone comes together during a rescue. What other jobs might I like? There is also an emergency medical technician, fire inspector, lifeguard, or a park ranger. Now this is what a hero looks like. Firefighters also protect family pets too. When are firefighters pet rescuers? Firefighters are often asked to rescue a family's pet. One of John's firefighter friends went into a burning building to rescue a large dog. The animal went over to John's friend after the fire and rubbed against him as if to say thank you. How might my job change as a firefighter? Firefighters gain experience and often move into more responsible positions. They usually have to take tests to get these better jobs. Some firefighters become fire inspectors. Fire inspectors try to find out the causes of fires. I want to be a firefighter. I think being a firefighter would be a great way to be a neighborhood helper. Someday, I may be the person who rescues you from a burning building. Why don't you try to be a firefighter too? Do you think you would like being a firefighter? It is very important for your family to have a plan of escape if there is a fire in your home. Ask your family to sit down with you and talk about the best way to escape from your home. Pick a safe place outside for everyone to meet if there is a fire. You should practice your escape plan every month during a family fire drill. Now it's your turn. What do you think about firefighters? Do you think they are cool, strong, amazing, brave? Share with me down below and let me know what do you want to be when you grow up. After this, I'll see you in the next class for some more learning fun. That's all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Now let's learn about the deer, one of the most interesting animals in the world, with this book by Derek Zobel. Let's go. Deers are animals with skinny legs and big bodies. They live in forests and grasslands. Deer run very quickly. They are also good swimmers and jumpers. Deer have hooves on each foot, and each foot has 4 toes. Deer scrape the ground with their hooves. They leave a scent behind that keeps other deer away. Very smart. Deer have big eyes. They see at night as well as they do during the day. Deer eat grass, fruits and nuts in the summer, and they eat bark and twigs in the winter. Male ducks are called bucks, and female ducks are called does. Very good. Bucks grow antlers every year. They rub their antlers against trees. Uh-oh. Bucks use their antlers to fight for land. They also fight for does. Watch out! Good. Now let's go through the 5 words we learned in this story today. The first one is antlers, which are the bones that come out of the head of a buck. So these are actually bones. Bucks are male deer. Does are female deers. Hooves are the hard coverings that a deer has on each foot. And finally, scent is the smell of an animal. Humans have scents too. That's how other animals can smell us. Now it's your turn to share down below. What are some things you learned about deers today, and what do you think about them? Do you like them? Let me know down there. After this, you can check out my other Animal World videos or wait for the next one for some more animal reading fun. That's all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. For social studies class this week, we are continuing with learning the 5 senses, and in today's class, we are learning about smelling with this book by Lisa Owings. Let's go! Around the campfire, you unzip your tent and step inside. The musty smell brings back fun memories. Later, you help with the campfire. The scent of smoke fills the air. Your favorite campfire activity is toasting marshmallows. You enjoy the company while you wait for them to cook. Oh no! What is that burnt smell? Cooking over a fire is hard, but you are having so much fun, it doesn't matter. What is smelling? We use our noses to smell everything from yummy food to stinky socks. All scents come from tiny molecules floating through the air. Every time we breathe in, we draw scent molecules into the nose. They hit a special lining at the top of the nasal cavity. This slimy lining holds millions of receptor cells. Each receptor cell is shaped so only one type of scent molecule can attach to it. The molecules fit into the cells like keys in a lock. Then the cells send messages up their axons into the brain's olfactory bulb. The olfactory bulb processes messages about smells. Some messages are sent to other areas of the brain. That is why smells make you react differently. Some spark memories, others send us running for safety. What smelling teaches? Our noses teach us about food. In fact, smell makes up most of our sense of taste. Smells that make our mouths water usually mean food is good to eat. If food smells bad, we usually should not eat it. Our noses are great at warning us of danger. The smell of smoke or gas tell us to act quickly. People without a sense of smell lose their warning system. They must be extra careful to stay safe. Smells are strongly connected to memories and feelings. What goes through your mind when you smell sunscreen or freshly baked cookies? Take a deep breath and enjoy your sense of smell. Now, let's go through some of the words we learned in today's book. Axons are the long, thread-like tails of nerve cells where messages related to the senses are passed. Molecules are the smallest pieces of substances. Molecules are too tiny for humans to see. Musty means smelling stale. Nasal cavity is the air-filled spaces behind the nose. Olfactory bulb is a part of the brain above the nasal cavity that gathers scent information. Receptor cells connect to the olfactory bulb. Processes means to repair, change or group items or facts. And finally, receptor cells are cells that react to scents or other things in the outside world. Receptor cells send messages about the outside world to the brain. Now it's your turn to share. What do you think about smelling? Do you think it's important too? Share with me down below what are some things you learned in this book about smelling. After this, I'll see you in the next class for some more learning fun. That's all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. In today's reading and comprehension, we are reading the story about Rapunzel and the Prince of Pop by Karen Gorman and Laura Ellen Anderson. Stay to the end because then we will have some questions to test your understanding. Let's go. Once upon a time, in faraway land, the Prince of Pop was driving through the forest. All of a sudden, he heard the most enchanting voice. He was surprised to discover that the voice belonged to a fair maiden who lived in the highest tower of a dark castle. The prince did not see a way to reach the girl until he saw a horrible old witch approach. Uh-oh. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, called the witch. All of a sudden, a braid of golden locks fell from the window. The witch quickly climbed to the top. That night, the prince approached the tower and said, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Once again, the braid appeared. The prince began to climb up until he reached the window. Who are you? Rapunzel screamed. I'm the Prince of Pop, replied the prince. I represent all of Faraway Land's top talent. I heard you sing and you shall be my next big star. Each night, the prince would visit Rapunzel in her tower to develop her act. He coached her on her singing. He instructed her on her dancing. He lectured her on her star appeal. You will make me millions, said the prince. But first, we must free you from that awful witch. Rapunzel looked doubtful, but she did want to be free. The next night, the prince returned to free Rapunzel from the tower. But when he called out for her, she wasn't there. In desperation, the prince searched for his star all over town, but she was nowhere to be found. Then one day, as the prince was passing by a recording studio, he tripped over something. The prince followed the hair until he saw Rapunzel. I've been looking for you everywhere. Where have you been? He screamed. I've been busy, said Rapunzel. I've been working on my second album. But what about me? Sputtered the prince. What about my millions? Sorry, said Rapunzel, but I've decided to go with another agent. But hey, thanks for helping me out, said Rapunzel. The prince was speechless. But also, Rapunzel and her agent, the witch, lived happily ever after. And the Prince of Pop was left still searching for his next big star. And guess who he found? Do you recognize her? Let me know down below. Now it's time for the comprehension questions. Question 1. Why did the Prince of Pop stop driving? Was it A, he saw a bunny on the path? B, there was a tree down on the road? 3, he heard an enchanting voice? Or D, he saw Rapunzel walking by? What do you think? I'll give you a moment. The answer is C. He heard an enchanting voice. Did you get that right? Question 2. What didn't the prince help Rapunzel with? Was it A, her star appeal, B, her outfits, C, her dancing, or D, her singing? What do you think? I'll give you a moment. The answer is B, her outfits. He didn't help her with that. Question 3. Why did the prince want Rapunzel to be famous? Was it A, to free her from the witch? B, she was a very good singer? C, to make Rapunzel happy? Or D, to make money? What do you think? I'll give you a moment. The answer is D, to make money. That's all he ever wanted, was to make money. Question 4, the final question. What happened to Rapunzel at the end of the story? A. She became a famous singer. B. She was stuck in the tower. C. She decided to act instead of singing. Or D. She asked the prince for help. What do you think? I'll give you a moment. The answer is A. She became a famous singer. Very good. How many did you get correct? If you answered all 4 questions right, it means you got 100% and you're amazing. Good work. What do you think about Rapunzel and the Prince of Pop? Let me know down below. And also, if you have any other story ideas, share with me down below and maybe we can read that in next week's story time. That's all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.